So this is how you write good ad copy that actually converts for any business. There are 3 things when it comes to having a successful Google ad campaign. Number 1, you gotta have your targeting right. So making sure that you're targeting the right keywords and having relevant, high quality traffic click on your ads. The second most important thing on your campaign is having a high converting landing page, right? We want to make sure that the traffic we're sending to our landing page is converting. And the last thing here that is really important for your campaign. Now, all 3 of this is in no specific order because all 3 things is super important when it comes to having a successful Google ad campaign. The last thing is having good ad copy. Now, the reason why we want to write good ad copy is because we're going to get a much higher click-through rate. And the reason why we want a high click-through rate and people clicking onto our ads is because Google will reward us for having a high click-through rate by giving us a lower cost per click. So the more clicks we have, our click-through rate is high. The higher it is, then the lower our cost per click is going to be because Google is going to think that our ad is very relevant to the person that is searching for our services. So it is super important to write good ad copy. I have an ad template right here for you guys that I'm gonna walk you guys through everything, so that way you know exactly how to write good ad copy. It's really important to differentiate yourself from all the other people who are running ads. All right, so this is pretty much the same template that I go by 9 out of 10 times. This is a template that I use myself, and I'm going to show you an example of one of my students here of comparing his ad copy with my ad copy that I had written for him. All right, so to begin this, we need to research our niche to make sure that we are speaking their language, right? We're making sure that we're using the right words. Especially if you're working with a client, you don't know how they talk or what specific words they use and things like that. It's a big turnoff for the client. So make sure you do your research on your niche and making sure that you use the same words, the same language that they're speaking, right? So a cool website that I use is called iSearchFrom. This is how I do my research on my niche, right? So for example, here, if I pull this up, and let's say we are in the United States, right? Language, obviously English. And city, let's just say Los Angeles, right? And let's just say, you're working with, a plastic surgeon or whatever it is. You can search it up. Let's say you're doing veneer dentist, right? I'm just going to type in veneer. And so, okay, maybe we need to type in veneer dentist. Boom, there we go. So as you can see here, the top 4, I normally just go with the top 4 ads just because, people on the ads on top, they probably know what they're doing since they're investing a little bit more money to be on the top of the page, right? So as you can see here, porcelain veneers, we could kind of just see what words they use. Now, most of the ads, 8 out of 10 times, most of the ads they don't have good ad copy. So I wouldn't copy it word for word, but I would just use this as an example, as an idea when I go back and craft my own ad. So as you can see here, obviously we wanted to have the word veneers in there. And then I would just start looking at the description, right? What they're writing. Call now to book an appointment. Okay, that's a call to action. In-house financing. Okay, so maybe we want to include, financing, some type of affordable payment plan in our ad description or even our ad copy. Free consult, flexible hours, open Saturdays, call right now, free consultation, right? Number 1, La Canada Dentist, accepting new patients now. All right, so by looking at this, I already know what I'm going to use if I was to write an ad copy for veneer dentist, right? So I would say something along the lines of I would have some type of feature, right? So I'm gonna go and pull this up right here. So some type of credibility, trust, benefit, and your service, right? So benefit would be low cost. Credibility or trust would be number 1. I wouldn't just write porcelain veneers, or especially this one right here, porcelain veneers. It doesn't stand out, right? If I want to go with someone who is great at what they do. They're number 1, they're ranked, they're top rated, they're most trusted, they're low cost, they're something, right? I want to know. So always have some type of credibility, trust, benefit, and then your service. Obviously, this is a product, so we would put, you know, veneers. So low cost veneers near you. That's perfect, right? That would be a perfect line to include in your ad copy there. And then the second headline here, that's what they call it, headlines. That's this right here, right? Sculpting stunning smiles, restore your smile in one visit, accepting new patients now, cosmetic dental grants. So as you can see here, none of this isn't really great. It's in the second headline. You want to include your next thing here is your call to action to the benefit, or call to action or benefit to the searcher. So the benefit here is restore your smile in one visit. That's pretty good. Accepting new patients now, that's not what I would use, because everyone is accepting new patients, right? That's too general, too broad. Cosmetic dental grants, it could be a lot better. Sculpting stunning smiles, well, that's what is expected of you. So I don't know, I'm not really going for that, right? So far, I like restore your smile in one visit. That's an idea I would write down, and that's something possibly I would use for my ad, or I'll change it up a little bit, right? And we're just getting our ideas right now. But a good call to action I always use is, you know, free, you know, instead of putting free consultation down here, free consult, I would put that in the next headline, because that is our call to action. That is what we want our people, our searchers to do, right? We want them to call us. So that's what I would put right here. Call now for a free consultation, or call now for a free consult, or anything along those lines. So we want to have some type of call to action or benefit to the searcher, right? Now, I guess I'll go into this later. Test more. Okay. For example here, right? #1 rated veneer dentist, right? Or #1 rated porcelain veneer dentist. You know, something along those lines, right? Most trusted. Obviously, you need to make the headline fit, because I think Google only gives you 25 characters, so you gotta make it fit. But yeah, make sure we're doing that by following this ad template here. Call now for a free consultation, some type of call to action or benefit to the person searching for this, right? And then lastly, the third headline. Now, normally, sometimes, most of the time, Google doesn't show the third headline. As you can see here, they only show the first two headlines. Dental veneers, Beverly Hills, $6.99 porcelain veneers, dental veneer. This is too basic, obviously. Book an appointment today. You know. Now, with the call to action, I want to also include with. Whoops, let's put that in here. I shouldn't say or. I should say with benefit. Call now for a free consultation, right? Why should they call us, right? So book an appointment today, like that. That is a call to action, but there's no incentive behind it, right? I would rather put call now for a free consultation, because their incentive now is a free consultation. No one. This is crazy, guys, and this is why you can reach out to any type of business, right? Because ad copies, people who are running these Google campaigns, they don't know what they're doing, unless they don't have a free consultation. But still, come up with some type of benefit, right? Even 0% financing. This one is great right here. This is a good ad copy, right? They give their price $6.99, right? That's low cost. People love low cost. And you might not work with low cost, but you can figure it out, right? Come up with something here. So boom, that's the benefit. 0% financing is available, right? So that is another benefit. So we want to include as many benefits, right? Quality caring dentists. I mean, this is just too general, too broad, guys. All right. So let's see here. So that's what our headline should look like, right? Ad template. This one I should put ad template headlines. Whoops, let's put that before. Let's see. All right, so that's headline. This is our headline template right here, and this is what 90% of the time I use, and it's super effective. And obviously, you want to play around with the words, play around with, you know, #1 most trusted, #1 ranked, low cost, whatever it is. You want to write 3 to 5 good ad copies for each of your ad sets. So, you know, when you're doing your Google ad campaign, you're gonna have multiple ad sets. And each one of those ad sets, we want to have 3 to 5 good ad copies, right? Don't just write 1 or 2 good ads. We want to have 3 to 5. That way, Google, not only we're going to optimize for the best performing ad, but we're also going to get data for, we're going to see which ad copy works the best. And then we could try to duplicate, that ad copy to make more good ad copies, right? We obviously, once we start getting data and see which ad is converting, which one's getting higher click-through rate and things like that, we can start pausing the losers and keeping the winners, winning ads stay on. So, so by having data on good ad copy, what makes a good ad copy for our client, we can turn off the losers and then start duplicating more of the good winners. And that's how we have, 3 to 4 good, solid ad copies, right? All right, so let's go into description number 1. Description number 1, I believe they give you about 35 characters. That's this right here. That's description number 1, and then that's description number 2, okay? So description number 1 here, I see here, let's first go through here. So big benefit, incentive with your service, and then call to action. So let's see what they wrote here. Simple, fast, and painless. So fast and painless, that is huge, right? That is crucial for someone who's looking to do veneers. That's their teeth. They might have sensitive gums and stuff like that. So those are all things you probably want to include in your description number 1 here, right? So fast and painless, your smile can become a movie star, perfect in 2 dental visits. Okay, that's awesome. That's an awesome description right there. That's what I would put right here. And then I always like to include another call to action inside my description. It could be either description number 1 or description number 2, right? So either or, 1 description 1 or 2. So just in case, like let's say this right here, it takes up all 35 characters and you can't add your call to action, then I would just put it in description number 2. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's look at description number 2, credibility with location. So this is where I would put, we'll dive into that in a little bit. So let's read theirs first. Smile confidently with your new porcelain veneers. I feel like people who, already looking for veneers, they already know that. Call now to book an appointment. So as you can see here, the call to action they put in the second line, which is fine. Call now for a free consultation, or if you don't, if for whatever reason your business doesn't offer free consultation, have some type of incentive, call now or book now, something like that. Have a call to action because we want them to become a lead. That's our number 1 priority, right? Call right now, but always have an incentive with your call to action, right? Don't just say call right now. Call now for something, anything, right? So here, as you can see here from my example, it's beautiful and affordable veneers. Call now for your free consultation. Credibility with location. Thousands of happy veneer patients in Beverly Hills, right? Or in Los Angeles, wherever your location, wherever your business is servicing, that's what I would put in here. All right. So, and here we have, these are called link extensions. I'm not going to go too much into here, but obviously before and after pics, great patient financing. So I guess in ad copy in general, we want to have, some type of, especially if it's cosmetics, obviously you always want to have before and after pics. So that's just a good rule of thumb. Any cosmetic services, products include before after photos or pics as your site link extension, right? Site link extension, or I would say any extension. It doesn't have to be site link. It could be your call out extension too, but site link extension will stand out a little bit more. So like this, that's what I would always include before and after pics, but always include benefits, right? Always include benefits, incentive to our searcher in all of our ad copy, right? So right here, great patient financing. They offer some type of finance payment plans or stuff like that. That is always included, should always be included in your ad copy, right? We don't want to be general. We don't want to say things like, what's like something random here? Maybe smile confidently with your new porcelain veneers, right? That could be a lot better, I would say. That's a little broad. That's not really a benefit or incentive or anything like that to our searcher. Okay, so that's what I do, guys. That's how I write good ad copy. That's how I do my research. Let's go ahead and let's hop into one of my students here who just finished writing his ad copies. He's not live yet because he needs to work on some things. But I have no idea. I don't know anything about home care services. His niche is working with an agency or a business that provides caregivers to go to elderly homes to take care of them in their own home, right? So sending caregivers to elder people's home to take care of them, right? Caregivers in New Jersey home care services. Okay, so let's go in here. Let's check out his ads here. So obviously it's disapproved right now. The landing page isn't working. Like I said, he's still working on some stuff. By the way, if you guys like this template, I'll go ahead. I'll include this in my private Facebook group. It's free to join. I'll put it in the announcement tab. So just click on the announcement tab and you'll be able to download this template for yourself to use. It's super helpful. I believe it's super helpful. I use it 9 out of 10 times. Always using it, and it's worked really well. So if you guys like it, go ahead and download it from my private Facebook group. Also give this video a big thumbs up. So hopefully that will be helpful to you guys. All right. So let's see here. All right. So he wrote the first two here, and then I wrote these two. I just kind of added it on to it. But let's read his, right? So he said personalized home care services. I'm going to leave this right here. Personalized home care services. Claim a free care assessment. Call now for professional care. His second ad was top in-home care services. Claim a free care assessment. Call now for professional care. Which is all great. Personalized, top in-home, maybe number one trusted, number one rated, most trusted home care services. Home care services for your loved ones, and things like that. And so I would just go right into here, right? So maybe home care service. So let's look at that. All right, I would look at people. I would look at what people are writing, right? Home care assistance, get help from anywhere. So these aren't that well. Maybe senior care, senior in-home care, in-home senior care, right? In-home care for seniors. That's good. Find local senior living, home care service for elderly, right? Get elder support, need in-home senior care. That's good. Elderly care at home, in-home care for seniors. So those are good headlines for our first headline. That is what I would use. But personalized, that's fine. Top and home, but maybe we want to have the word elderly or even seniors in there, so that way we're speaking to the people that we want to work with, right? And I just kind of extended what he was already using. I just added New Jersey. So we always want to add location if it fits. It's not mandatory, but when you do have extra characters, to add into your headline, then I would also add the location. And then the second headline here is I added the call to action. Call now for a free care plan. Number one trusted caregivers in New Jersey. So third headline is credibility authority, right? So number one trusted caregivers in NJ, because New Jersey didn't fit, so we put NJ instead. And I put here New Jersey home care services. So that's kind of like what the headline should look like. Obviously it could be better. I just wrote it real quick for him to kind of get an idea and to rewrite in his own words. So here, description, right? Professional home care plans at a low cost. Call now for a free care assessment today. 24/7 home care services. Number one rated professional and friendly caregivers in New Jersey. I guess maybe, yeah, with location, right? Credibility with location. So that's exactly what good ad copy would look like. That's something, it doesn't have to be crazy, great wording or anything like that. It just, really, it's honestly, it's just talking to your searcher, right? What they want to see, what they want to hear, and really what they're looking for, right? And if we have that, they're going to click on our ad, and which then takes them to our landing page. And so that would be the next important thing, to convert that traffic into a lead for your business. But this right here is pretty much the ad copy template that I use. Feel free to use it for yourself. It will be super helpful. So hopefully this video has been helpful. If you thought this video was helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Comment below if you thought it was helpful, and subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it.